You dumb mother. Do you know what you did?
It started like something out of a parody sketch. Joe Rogan, mid-podcast, squinted at the headline on the screen in front of him. He leaned closer, chuckled under his breath, and then said what most people were thinking: no way this guy did it again.
He did so many things wrong. I mean, the very first thing is, and look, I've never cheated on my wife. I'm not cheating on my wife. I love you, baby. It's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm great. But if I did it, to borrow a phrase from O.J. Simpson, I sure as hell am not going to take my side chick to a stadium with 65,000 strangers.
Well, good call from the lead man there, because it turns out that they were, in fact, probably having an affair.
I feel bad for so many people involved in this. Like, Chris Martin is one of the sweetest guys. I'm a huge Coldplay fan. Like, really a genuinely sweet guy who's trying to do the world better. He's trying to showcase people having loving moments. And it sure looks like these two are in love, Kim. Very, very confident in such a public space. Yeah. You would think they're a couple, would you not, Kim?
Absolutely.
Watching this.
Yes. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? No! Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
That's a Coldplay concert, and it is the most viral clip on the internet.
Betrays a lack of respect for any sort of judgment, but also for a basic value system.
Kiss Cam is known for its heartwarming moments, but it caught an awkward one at a Coldplay concert. It zoomed in on a couple cuddling, but internet sleuths were quick to work out why they didn't want to be seen.
They don't even get caught if they're just both at the concert together. They only get caught because they're openly canoodling at the concert.
Coldplay threw a couple on the Kiss Cam. Turns out they were having an affair? I don't think even Coldplay can fix this.
Now, a US tech company boss has been suspended. That's after a viral video appeared to show him hugging a woman at a Coldplay concert. Astronomer says that its chief executive, Andy Byron, has been put on leave, although the company stopped short of confirming if he is the one captured in the footage. The video, which appears to show Byron embracing the company's HR director, was shown on a giant screen at the concert in Boston.
Forget the Epstein files. I want to see the text messages of that astronomer CEO that got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert.
If you're gonna have an affair, why would you bring her to a concert in public where everybody can see you? What if you even ran into someone you knew? Who cares about the Jumbotron? What if you ran into someone you knew? Huh?
And this is pretty viral stuff. Or do we have to get HR involved? I mean, I know that HR was involved.
I would pay to be a fly on the wall in the office.
Oh, she's talking to her friend. That's her friend.
I'm not quite sure.
She whips her back to the camera.
Yeah.
And he actually bends down to get out of like squatting to get out of the sight. Honestly, they should have listened to me. Look, well, he's really hugging her. It's tight.
Yeah, you just lean in. You have to lean in at that point.
Right?
But apparently, this couple will not be fans of Coldplay for long.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? No! Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
And can we talk about the employee that was with them? She obviously knows what's going on because she's...
It's time to kiss it goodbye. Baseball is probably not the only thing you can say that about.
I think that the actual star of this story, though, is Chris Martin, who decides, given an opportunity here, to let these people off the hook and just let the camera move along, to suggest explicitly that these people are either having an affair. I mean, seriously? You just throw the fans under the bus who paid their hard-earned money for these tickets?
Oh, look at these two.
In a moment, these lovers won't ever forget.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
And one the world can't stop talking about.
I'm not quite sure what to do. Did we rumble you?
Kiss Cam at a Coldplay gig in Boston, and their reaction said it all. They had something to hide.
Oh. I hope we didn't do something bad.
Chris Martin knew it. The internet did too.
The guy in question, Andy Byron, the billionaire CEO, best known not for building a tech empire, but for absolutely fumbling his public image one bizarre scandal at a time. First, it was the Coldplay Kiss Cam disaster that turned him into a viral joke. But now it was a different level of absurd. Let me get this straight, Joe said, tapping his fingers on the desk. Andy Byron, the same guy who tried to sue Chris Martin over a harmless concert joke, is now in hot water over an alleged $40,000 online spending spree involving model Camilla Araujo. That's not just embarrassing, that's Hall of Fame level ridiculous. Joe wasn't just stunned, he was entertained, and for good reason. It all broke when screenshots started circulating online. Alleged payment logs, usernames, and leaked info began connecting Byron to a string of high-dollar digital transactions. The recipient, influencer and content creator Camilla Araujo. Now let's be clear, the internet doesn't wait around for confirmation. The moment those receipts surfaced, the memes exploded. Within hours, Andy Byron was no longer the guy who overreacted at a Coldplay concert. He was suddenly the man who allegedly dropped tens of thousands of dollars on personalized digital content, like he was ordering takeout. Joe Rogan couldn't believe it. You ever see someone try to recover from one scandal by immediately running face first into another? This guy's got the worst luck or the worst judgment in tech. Camilla Araujo, a Brazilian-born model with a huge online following, hadn't publicly confirmed the connection at first, but when the story caught fire, she posted a cryptic tweet, "People love drama, especially when it isn't theirs." That one sentence was enough to keep the internet spinning for days. Joe read it aloud on the podcast. "Oh, it's yours now," he said, laughing. And Andy? Andy just volunteered to be the main character of the month. As the story developed, internet sleuths went into overdrive. Reddit threads lit up with comparisons between usernames allegedly tied to Byron and the accounts interacting with Camilla. Some folks even tracked IP locations, claiming the logins matched Byron's office address. Joe sat back in disbelief. This guy's running a billion-dollar company and leaving digital footprints like a rookie. It's like watching someone rob a bank and sign the vault door. Things only got worse from there. Business outlets picked up the story. Headlines included phrases like Byron's digital blunder, astronomer CEO under fire again, and is Andy Byron the most accident-prone exec in tech? That last one made Joe burst out laughing. "I've seen UFC fighters with better defense than this guy," Joe said. "You don't just walk into the same wall twice. You don't schedule your own downfall." Astronomer, the tech company Byron founded, suddenly found itself in another PR nightmare. Internally, morale was tanking. Employees, still recovering from the Coldplay embarrassment, now had to deal with questions from friends, family, and colleagues about whether their CEO was really involved in a $40,000 influencer fiasco. One anonymous post from an employee read, "I came here to build software, not witness a CEO speedrun through public disgrace." Joe read that on air. See, when your team starts turning into comedians, you're done. You're no longer leading, you're background noise in your own company. Back in the spotlight, Camilla Araujo continued to play things cool. No direct confirmations, no interviews, but she did post a TikTok lip-syncing to a song about getting attention from important men. Coincidence? The internet didn't think so. Joe's take? She's not naming names, but she doesn't need to. The audience already knows who bought a front row seat. What made this story even more absurd was Byron's total silence. No public statement, no denial, no explanation, just nothing. Joe leaned into the mic. This guy has the communication strategy of a ghost. The more he disappears, the more people start imagining what else he's hiding. And they did. Internet users started connecting other possible accounts, guessing how deep the rabbit hole went. Every new detail, verified or not, just added another layer to the circus. Then came the real twist. Reports surfaced that Astronomer had been preparing for a major funding round. Yes, right in the middle of this mess, Byron had been scheduled to pitch to potential investors. But as soon as the story involving Camilla broke, several firms reportedly pulled back. Joe shook his head. Imagine prepping a pitch deck for months just to have the lead story be about you and a model's premium subscription tab. That's not market research. That's self-sabotage. One VC reportedly told a journalist off the record, "It's hard to trust someone who can't manage their public image." Joe reacted with his signature smirk. Translation? We're not writing a check to someone who might trend again next week for buying a magic crystal online. As damage control failed to take hold, more former employees spoke out. Some claimed that Byron had always been obsessed with image, that he tried to script every move he made. Others said the ethical leadership message he often preached was more of a branding tool than an actual belief system. Joe summarized it bluntly. The guy sold integrity like a product. Now the warranties expired and people are finding out it was all packaging. The story reached new heights when someone found a clip from one of Byron's past tech talks, an event where he warned young entrepreneurs to be mindful of their digital reputations. Joe nearly fell out of his chair. You can't make this up. He's on stage giving advice about staying clean online, while he's out here writing digital checks like he's in a giveaway contest. Even astronomers' board couldn't stay quiet. According to leaked internal emails, the company had called for a full review of executive conduct. A crisis management firm had been hired. Byron's calendar was mysteriously cleared. Joe raised an eyebrow. When the calendar goes blank, that's corporate talk for he's being talked to by people with better suits than him. In a surprising move, Camilla Araujo tweeted again, "There are always two sides, just make sure yours doesn't leak." The post blew up. Thousands of likes, thousands of theories. Joe looked into the camera. You don't drop a line like that unless there's something still under wraps. Andy's story isn't just a mess, it's a slow motion implosion. At this point, public trust in Byron had hit rock bottom. People weren't even mad anymore, they were entertained, LinkedIn comedians were making memes, late night shows began referencing Byron's bloopers. One parody site listed him as 2025's most accidentally viral CEO. Joe laughed again. When the punchline is your name, you've lost the room. And yet, through it all, Byron didn't address the public. No apology, no admission, just more silence. Astronomers' value began slipping, client meetings were postponed, employees began job hunting, and Camilla, she continued building her following, mostly without even mentioning the scandal. Joe concluded with a grin. She came out of this looking unbothered and better branded. He came out looking like a walking cautionary tale. And that, Rogan said, was the real story. Andy Byron thought he could manage the public the way he manages code, quiet, controlled, clean. But people aren't code, and when you treat your public image like a private diary, don't be surprised when someone reads it out loud.